Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona and today's class is a twisting vinyasa flow designed to enhance your energy levels but also work on the mobility of your spine, flexibility, and it also has a lovely side effect of improving your circulation. So thank you for joining me today and I hope you enjoy. Namaste. So we'll get started today on our backs, lying down in the middle of your mat. Knees bend, feet to the floor and your feet hip width apart. Arms alongside your body. And we'll just start by warming up the shoulders, the spinal muscles and the tops of the thighs. So as you breathe in, you're going to take your right arm overhead, same time, lift your hips and turn your gaze to the left. And as you breathe out, lower your arm, lower your buttocks and your eyes back to the ceiling. Inhale, left arm overhead, lift your hips. Turn your gaze to your right. And as you breathe out, hand to the floor, buttocks to the floor, gaze toward the ceiling. Both arms overhead now as you lift your hips, breathe in. And breathe out, arms semicircle to the floor, lower down to your buttocks. We'll do that one more round. Right arm overhead, lift the hips, turn your gaze to your left. Exhale, hand to the floor, buttocks to the floor. Eyes to the ceiling. Left arm overhead as you breathe in, fill up. Turn your gaze to the right. And exhale, hand to the floor, buttocks to the floor. Gaze to the ceiling. Arms overhead now. Breathe in, big full breath all the way up to the collarbones. Lift the hips, thighs parallel. And as you exhale, lower everything down. Hands to the floor, buttocks to the floor. And go ahead, hug your knees in toward your chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. Flatten out through the low back spine. And then taking your arms out wide to the side. Keeping your knees bent. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, just lower your knees over to the left side. Let them hover, knees squeeze together. And as you inhale, come back to center. Exhale, knees to your right. Let them hover. And coming back to center. So just warming up the abdominal muscles now. Knees over to the left. Try and keep your shoulder blades balanced and pressing into the mat. Back to center. And knees to your right. Breathing out. Inhale back to center. And then knees over to the left. This time extend your right leg out straight. Flex through your toes. Rebend the knees and then back to center. Knees over to your right now. Extend your left leg out straight. Rebend the knees and then come back to center. And we'll do that once more on each side. Knees over to the left. Right leg extends. Right knee bends and then back to center. Over to your right. Left leg extending, bend the knee, and then back to center. And then squeeze the knees in once more. Arms alongside your body now, and keep your head resting on the floor along with your shoulders. As you breathe in, send your legs away about 45 degrees. Widen the legs away from one another, toes flexed. Bring the legs back together. And then draw the knees in toward your chest and a little hop to your buttocks, lifting them up. Extend the legs away as you breathe in. Legs out to the side, away from one another. Back together, moving in a controlled motion. Knees in, lift the buttocks. And twice more like that. Extend the legs away. You can reach them a little lower if you'd like to work your core. Legs out wide. Legs together. And then knees in, little hop of the hips. And last one, extend the legs away, legs engaged. Widen them away from one another. Back together, stay with your breath. And then knees in toward your chest, little hop to the hips. And then release, hug the knees in toward your chest. And you're going to cross your legs here, your right shin in front of your left shin, catch a hold of your feet. Take a little rock through your spine, rolling back and then all the way up to sit. And then reaching your arms up overhead, big breath in. And as you exhale, take a twist, your right hand to your left knee, left fingertips behind you. Big deep breath in, lengthen, elongate your spine. And as you breathe out, revolve to your left. Deep breath in. Slow breath out to revolve. One more deep breath in here. And exhale, release. Next breath in, send your arms up overhead, find length through your spine, sides of the waist. And then keep all that length, left hand, right knee, right fingertips behind you now. Breathe in again. Breathe out to twist. Breathing in, flaring the ribs with your breath. Exhale, firm belly to twist a little deeper. Staying comfortable in your body. One more big breath in. And exhale to release. And just walking over your legs, walking to the middle of the mat, come to all fours, tabletop position. Set your hands up underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Take a deep breath in, arch your spine, soften your belly, send the gaze up. And as you exhale, round the spine, hug the belly in, drop your head. Couple more rounds just like that, just moving the spine in a linear direction. Warming up through the upper back, middle of the back and the low back spine. Also warming up the wrists and the shoulders. And starting to find a smooth, even pace to your breath. One more round each way. And as you breathe out, send your buttocks back toward your heels and come to rest in Child's Pose, Balasana. Little fingers to the edges of the mat here, your fingers all spread out wide, hands planting, and you're almost like stretching the mat forward with your hands as you lean your buttocks back toward your heels. And then relaxing across the top of your shoulders, so you just feel the shoulder blades relax away from the midline of your spine. And this is your rest pose, so if you need to take a break or do less, feel free to rest back in Child's Pose anytime during the flow. Just join back when you're ready. From here, tucking the toes and making your way into downward facing dog. Keep a bend in the knees there, staying easy in your body. Lean your chest back toward your thighs and encourage your upper body to elongate, open. Let your head fall heavy. And taking 3 deep breaths here. At the end of your exhale, take the gaze forward and step yourself forward to the top edge of the mat. Bring your feet hip distance apart. A bend in the knees and catch opposite elbows here. Fold forward over the legs, just draping your spine, hanging heavy through the upper body. Little sway side to side if it feels good. And now with a firm belly, keep your arms where they are. Reach your heart forward and come all the way up to stand. Nice firm belly, strong legs, straighten the legs, arms stay overhead. And then just take a side stretch to your right, leaning over. Inhale back to center. Exhale, side stretch to your left. As you breathe in, release your arms, send your arms up, perhaps your gaze up, stretch tall through your body. And as you exhale, stay upright, just interlace your fingers behind your back. Take a big breath in, puff your chest. And as you exhale, bend the knees and fold over your legs. Drop your head, let your arms float away from your back, any amount, until you feel a stretch through your shoulders. You're still comfortable in your breath. And just gently, gently lifting the shoulder heads up away from the mat so your neck can release, your head can hang heavy. Releasing your hands to the floor, hang in ragdoll, let your arms go all floppy, let the warmth travel down your arms to your palms. And then slowly make your way all the way up to stand, rolling up through your spine, stacking your vertebra. Reach your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, take your hands to your heart center and toe heel your feet together. So we're going to move through a twisting lunge flow to warm up through the spine. And also when we're twisting through our spine, we are stimulating our circulation, we're building heat and aiming to release tension in the muscles of the spine. So you feel a little bit more supple, mobile, but also energized. Next breath in, take the arms overhead, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana, little softness in the knees there, drop your head. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, slide the hands up to the shins, extend your spine. And as you exhale, plant the fingertips, step back with your right leg, right knee to the floor, low lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up alongside your ears when you're steady. And as you exhale, hands to the floor. Your right hand's going to stay down here, left hand to the sky. Inhale, open up for a twist, leaning back through your torso. Exhale, both hands to the floor. We'll keep moving, one movement, one breath, stepping forward, top edge of the mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out and fold. Inhale, rise to stand, come all the way up, stretch your body out. Exhale, swan dive forward over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, stepping back with your left foot, take your left knee to the floor. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the floor. Left hand stays down, right hand to the sky, open up for a twist, breathe in. Exhale, hands to the floor. We'll take a Vinyasa now, plant your hands, step back, keep the gaze forward, plank pose. Exhale, drop the knees here, chest and chin to the floor, lower yourself all the way down. Inhale, low baby cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. 5 smooth breaths in and out. At the end of your exhale, bend the knees, send the gaze forward, and step or lightly hop to the top edge of your mat. Bring your toes together. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold, let it go. Drop your head. Inhale, rise to stand, come all the way up, standing tall, stretching tall. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Bend your knees here, come into chair pose, reach your arms up alongside your ears, drop your seat, weight in your heels. As you exhale, your hands press to your heart. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, twist it to your left. Take your right elbow outside of your left knee, roll your left shoulder back, and pause here, a couple of breaths. Keep your breath moving. And keeping your sacrum, your pelvis level here with the knees in line. Spiraling open through the middle of your back, your upper back, and then sending the gaze out over your shoulder. On your next breath in, come back to chair pose, sink your seat a little lower, weight in your heels. Exhale and fold over the legs, let it go. Breathe in, come on up halfway. As you exhale, step your right foot back, come into a high lunge. So take your time to arrive here. Right foot steps over into the right lane. Reach your arms alongside your ears. And settle your gaze steady to hold your balance. Feel your feet, balls of the back toes, whole sole of the front foot, firmly anchored down. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, take a twist, right arm forward, left arm back, and pause. Allow your hips to drop and expand across your chest through the reach of your arms. So your back arm is fully engaged, reaching back to the edge of your fingers. And now we'll flow a little. Inhale slowly back to high lunge, arms up alongside your ears. And as you exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Breathing in, arms up alongside your ears, high lunge. And exhale, revolve. Back to center, breathe in, high lunge. Exhale, fingertips down to the floor, step forward, top edge of your mat. Inhale, coming up halfway, hands to the shins or fingertips to the floor. Exhale, let it go and fold. Just moving and breathing. Chair pose as you breathe in, drop your seat, firm the belly. Exhale, your hands to your heart. Take another deep breath in here, wide through the collarbones. And as you exhale, hook your left elbow outside of the right knee now. Chair twist. Pause here for a couple of breaths, but just keep your breath moving. Slowly, incrementally, sending your gaze out over your right shoulder, drawing the crown of your head forward, lengthening through the sides of your waist as much as you can. Next breath in, come back to chair, breathe in, exhale and fold over your legs. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, coming up halfway. Exhale, step your left foot back, take a big long stride, left foot over in the left lane for balance there. Arms reach up alongside your ears or keep your hands at your hips if you're feeling wobbly. Pause for a couple of breaths, make sure you're steady. Grounded through all four corners of your front foot. You're on the balls of the back toes, your heels reaching back. Take a deep breath in. Slowly revolve. Left arm forward, right arm back to twist. So you can keep your eye gaze forward here if you're feeling really wobbly. You want to try and keep your balance, your breath steady, or you can send the gaze out to your right. And now we'll flow. Inhale back to high lunge, moving slow. And exhale, twist, right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale back to center. And exhale to twist. Little pulse in the hips there. Inhale back to center, high lunge. And a vinyasa, your hands to the floor, stepping back to high push-up. Lower your knees, your chest and chin all the way to the floor. Elbows tucking in. Inhale, low baby cobra, just sliding the shoulder blades down your spine. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths. Smoothing out the rhythm of your breath so you've got an even cadence. Breathing with sound and ujjayi breath. Bringing your toes together here at the back of your mat. Raise your right leg up and back as you breathe in. As you exhale, take your right knee to your upper right arm. Rock forward, shoulders are over the wrists. Inhale, reach it up and back. Exhale, right knee in toward your nose, straight down the center, hug in and up through the belly. Inhale, reach up and back, down dog splits. And as you exhale, cross-legged lunge in the air, right knee to your upper left arm or elbow. And then just go ahead, straighten your right leg, slide it through and come into fallen triangle there. So you can balance on both your hands here. Keep both legs engaged, or if you're feeling steady, comfortable, left hand to the sky, opening up for a twist. Keep lifting the right hip up and away from the mat. Deep breath in here, not here for long. Exhale, hands to the floor. And with control here, your core strength engaged. Come back to down dog splits, hugging the right knee in and then sending it up toward the sky. As you exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands and prepare for Warrior One, Virabhadrasana One. Left heels anchored, right knees pointing forward, arms reach up. And find comfort in your low back by adjusting your feet if you need to. Right foot can shift over to the right a little bit more to give you more space through the low back spine. Take a couple of breaths here. Breathing smooth, extending up through the sides of your waist. As you breathe in here, straighten your front leg, And take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Staying upright, a big breath in, draw the shoulder blades down your spine. And as you breathe out, fold forward over the midline of your front leg. Pyramid variation here. So you don't need to come down too far. You don't need to let your shoulders overstretch here. So you're just drawing your fists back, drawing the crown of your head forward, elongating your spine. Finding length through the back of your right leg. A couple of deep breaths. Next breath in, push down through your front foot, reach up, warrior one just for a beat. And then straighten your front leg. And taking your right hand to your right hip. Coming into Paravita, Trikonasana, Revolved triangle pose. Not everyone's favorite, but you're going to take your left hand to the outside of your left foot or your left calf or around your knee if you're still working on spinal mobility there. This is also a balance, so you want to stay very, very steady through all four corners of both feet. Take your right hand to the small of your back, just start to revolve. Perhaps sending the gaze out over your right shoulder. An option here to take your right hand to the ceiling. Just do your best. Back leg should be super straight. Front leg, you can have a little micro bend in the knee, depending on your flexibility. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Step yourself back, downward facing dog. And if you'd like to take a rest here, pause here. We'll meet you back in downward dog. Otherwise, flow through a vinyasa, rippling forward to a high push-up. Take a low push-up. Any variation there. Upward dog or cobra. Now you're a little warmed up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your toes together here at the back of your mat. Second side, left leg rises as you breathe in. Left knee to your upper left arm as you breathe out. Inhale, send the left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to the nose, straight through the center, around the spine. Inhale, reach up and back, down dog splits. Exhale, cross-legged lunge in the air, take your left knee over to the upper right arm. Pause there, hug in and up, and then shoot the left leg all the way through. So you come onto the knife edge of your left foot, flexed toes. And then either keeping both hands on the floor here, lifting your left hip, or reach your right arm up toward the sky. You're on the balls of your back toes, you're reaching your heel back, you're breathing smooth. And release, hands to the floor, down dog splits, left leg up toward the sky. Exhale, quietly step forward, coming into warrior one. Left foot in between your hands, help it along if it doesn't quite make it there. Your right leg super straight and coming on up, arms alongside your ears. Take a couple of grounding breaths here. Calm and smooth. Next breath in, straighten your front leg, taking your hands behind your back, interweaving your fingers. Staying upright, take a big breath in, puff your chest, open your heart. And as you exhale, fold forward any amount here. Try and keep that long, unwrinkled feeling through the front of your chest by squeezing the shoulder blades in toward the midline of your back. Lightly tuck your chin in so you feel unwrinkled through the back of your neck. Next breath in, push down through your front foot, release your arms, warrior one just for a beat. And then keeping the arms up, straighten the front leg without locking your knee. And you're going to take your left hand to your left hip and come into Paravita, Trikonasana. Reach forward with your right arm and then take your right hand either to the outside of your right foot or a little bit more elevated on your leg there. Left hand to the small of your back and you're gently revolving, just remembering that your low back has very minimal mobility there. So you want to try and rotate through the middle of the ribs, the shoulders, and then finally your gaze can spin up if you're feeling balanced. One more deep breath in. And exhale, release, stepping back, downward facing dog. Drawing your chest back toward your thighs, so take a big long stretch through the arms. Heels are heavy toward the floor. And then flow through a vinyasa, rippling forward to a high push-up. Low push-up, elbows tucking in, chest open, inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then go ahead, pedal out your heels, sway a little side to side, a little bit of movement, easy and smooth in your body. And then really slowly take your knees to the floor and spin your feet around in front of you, coming down to sit here. And setting your feet up hip distance apart. And you're going to take a seated hip groin stretch here. Take your right ankle to the top of your left knee. If you need to move your left foot away to make that happen, give yourself lots of room. And then just shifting your left foot a little toward the midline of your mat. Take your hands behind you, fingertips pointing toward your buttocks, a little bend in the elbows. And as you breathe in, lift your hips. And then looking down your body, see if you can level out through the hips. Firm in through the belly. So it's a tabletop variation. You're lengthening the muscles down the back of your arms, your triceps, getting a gentle hip opener here with your right knee out on an angle, and you're warming the left buttocks, left hamstring muscles. You can tip your head back if it's feeling comfortable in your neck, otherwise stay gazing forward and take one more big breath in. And as you exhale, release yourself down. So as you come to sit down, you're just going to come into Ardha Matsyendrasana, your left heel toward your right buttocks, your right foot on the outside of the left knee. And we'll take a twist from here, send your right fingertips behind you, your left hand to the sky. Breathe in, elongate your spine, sides of the waist. And as you breathe out, hug your front knee, take a twist. And of course, if you like to go a little deeper here, bend your elbow, take it to the outside of the knee. Moving around, really incrementally, sneaking your way into the twist. Spiraling evenly through the middle and upper back and then the neck. One more deep breath in. Exhale, gaze forward and release the legs. And this time, just set the feet up hip distance apart. You're going to take your left ankle to the top of your right knee. Walk your hands back, bend your elbows, and raise the hips. Tabletop. And then looking down your body, making sure your hips look level and feel level. Your low belly's firm. And your right glutes are working here, your right hamstring muscles as well. So you're just lifting them up in space too. You can tip your head back, pushing down with everything you've got in contact with the mat. One more deep breath in. And exhale, release. Sitting down and taking the left foot to the outside of your right leg, your right heel toward your left buttocks. Left fingertips behind you now for your twist. Right hand up toward the ceiling. Sit tall and straight. And then exhale to twist without slouching or leaning back too far. You want to be upright through your spine so you have maximum rotational capacity as you twist. Breathing smooth. Taking one more deep breath in. And exhale, release. We'll finish with a forward fold. Extend both legs out straight here. Flex your toes. And if you're tighter through the hamstrings, a little bend in the knees, perfectly fine. Or you can have your legs a little wider apart, hip distance apart. Stay balanced on your sit bones, reach your arms up long, and then exhale to forward fold, hinging from your hips. And again, just sneak your way into the stretch. You don't need to reach your edge straight away. Just creeping your fingers forward if you're a little tighter there. And very gradually folding forward toward your legs without pulling on your low back spine. Breathing smooth. Letting go of some of your effort. One more full breath in and out here. And gently releasing. And if you've got the time, resting back into Shavasana from here, or setting yourself up for some seated meditation. Give yourself a few moments to ground yourself, check in, and notice if you feel any different here at the end of your practice. Hopefully a little bit more spacious, more open, and feeling a little bit more of a buzz in your body rather than flat or lethargic. As you rest back in Shavasana, turn your palms face up, let your heels rest heavy to the corner edges of your mat. And shuffle around, wriggle out any restlessness from your body so you can rest still for the last few minutes of your practice. Closing the eyes and melting your weight, your body weight into the floor. Relaxing your jaw and your mouth, your neck and your shoulders, your arms and your hands. Feeling the rise and fall of your breath. No effort now, letting go. And taking any amount here if you've got a little bit more time to rest still and quiet. And I hope you've enjoyed class today. Thank you so much for joining class, tuning in. I'll see you next time. Namaste.